tragedy has once again struck where we least expect it. A young woman, having fled conflict in her homeland for what she hoped would be a safer life, lost everything in a shocking act of violence during an ordinary train ride. The disturbing murder of Irina Zarutska, a 23-year-old Ukrainian immigrant, has ignited widespread anger and intensified debate about public safety in North Carolina, and for good reason. But here's where it gets controversial. Was this horror really unavoidable, or does it expose deeper flaws in our transit security systems? North Carolina's Governor Josh Stein voiced his anguish and outrage on Monday, labeling the attack senseless, after newly released video footage of the incident caused nationwide uproar. My heart aches for Irina Zarutska's family. They've lost their loved one in such a needless act of violence. The footage of what happened is utterly appalling, Stein stated, emphasizing the urgent need for more police presence to make communities safer. So what exactly unfolded that night? According to law enforcement and court documents, Irina Zarutska was riding the Lynx Blue Line in Charlotte late in the evening on August 22nd. She sat in an aisle seat, unaware of the danger behind her. DeCarlos Brown Jr., 34, occupied a window seat nearby, easily identifiable in an orange sweatshirt. The train traveled for just over 4 minutes. Then, as described in chilling detail by investigators, Brown pulled out a knife, unfolded it, paused momentarily, stood up, and stabbed Zarutska 3 times. The attack was brutal, fast, and there was no warning or interaction beforehand. Most chilling of all, the attack appeared utterly unprovoked, with no apparent cause or connection between Brown and Zarutska. Sadly, attempts to save Zarutska were futile. She was declared dead on the train. Thanks to a quick-thinking witness who pointed authorities in the right direction, Brown was soon apprehended after being released from the hospital for injuries acquired during the incident. He was promptly charged with first-degree murder. And here's the part most people miss. DeCarlos Brown wasn't a stranger to the justice system. His criminal record includes theft, breaking and entering, and he served 5 years for armed robbery beginning in 2015. He is scheduled for his next court appearance on September 19th, though it's not yet clear who will represent him legally. Charlotte's mayor, Vi Lyles, called Zarutska's death a senseless and tragic loss and offered ongoing support to her grieving loved ones. Lyles also addressed city residents directly. Like so many of you, this tragedy weighs heavily on my mind. What does real safety in Charlotte mean? I am determined to do everything possible to protect our community and to ensure our city is one where everyone can feel secure. Yet the controversy deepens when we look at transit safety measures. The Charlotte Area Transit System, CATS, admitted there was no security officer on Zarutska's train. Their teams, they explained, patrol the entire system but aren't stationed on every train. During the attack, the nearest patrol was simply in a different car, a detail that raises tough questions about how our transit systems are protected and whether these security practices are enough. But let's remember who Irina Zarutska was beyond the headlines, an artist with extraordinary talent, creativity, and warmth. She had moved to the United States with her family to escape the devastation of war in Ukraine, quickly finding her home and purpose in a new land. Her friends and family recall her as someone who radiated kindness, left a memorable mark on everyone she met, and embraced life despite its hardships. Even former President Donald Trump weighed in, noting the horror of the video and expressing condolences and support to Zarutska's loved ones. This tragic event has left a community and a nation searching for answers and solutions. Here's the provocative question. Should all public transit systems have security on every train, or are we accepting unacceptable risks as a society? Where do we draw the line between public safety and resource limitations? And could more have been done to prevent this unthinkable loss? Share your honest thoughts. Do you agree or disagree with the calls for more visible policing? And what changes would you demand to keep your city safe?